Breaking news. Tensions on the New Zealand-Guangxi border have come to a head in the world's first violent confrontation. War broke out today in an attempt by New Zealand to expand its range, despite many experts commenting that New Zealand had the upper hand, particularly with military analysis on their units prior to the battle. A last-minute conscription effort by the Guangxi allowed them to take the upper hand in the battles that followed today. Within hours, the fighting had left the Guangxi and their allies clear winners in the war effort, and their military might was so overpowering that New Zealand and its allies were forced to surrender. The outcome of this battle, which some are already dubbing the infamous 3-hour war, is that New Zealand and Scotland, the two principal attackers on the losing side, have both ceded some resources and some diplomatic concessions to the Guangxi and their allies, the Aztecs. And I believe we have some statements from them, so we will cross to those. Alright, so let's head over to our war correspondent with some images from the front and the official statements from all sides. Cliff, can you tell us how we're doing? Thank you, Clive. Well, as you can see from the destruction inflicted on one of New Zealand's marae, they have most definitely lost the war, although their citizens are already hard at work, patching up their buildings, getting ready to fight another day. We've got several statements from the interested parties, which I will read out now. So, the Guangxi and the allies, the Aztecs, of course, the winners of this war. A statement from the Aztecs, declaration, in fact, is that, to quote, "We are glad for this war's quick end, thanks to the overwhelming power and leadership of the Guangxi clique. We take this as a learning experience and shall be ever prepared for new threats and want all to pick their battles more wisely. That being said, we are both glad and disappointed we no longer have a use for our cannon." Prior statements from the Aztecs include, before the war began, that they declare that while they themselves were unprepared at first for this war, they believe that their current fastly growing air superiority and weaponry will most certainly overcome whatever is offered by New Zealand. That being said, we were surprised to learn that New Zealand was less prepared than we were, despite them being the aggressor. Followed by sick, also I have a cannon, come at me. We are yet to receive any more official statements from interested parties. New Zealand has expressed that their thoughts and feelings are along the same lines as the Aztecs, probably a little bit more hurt over there, given that they have lost the war. Scotland, New Zealand's principal aggressive allies in the battles, have also surrendered, as have New Zealand. New Zealand ceding half of their resources to the Guangxi in order to solidify the peace. Scotland has also declared peace, but instead of ceding resources, they have granted a military alliance through to the 12th of July, followed by a non-aggression pact indefinitely. That's all we have for you at the moment, Clive, but hopefully we'll get some more statements in shortly, and we'll be able to deal with those. Back to you. Thank you, Clive. I've just been informed by our correspondent over with the Guangxi that they have issued a statement, which I will read out to you now. So the statement goes as follows. The Guangxi clique hopes it has shown the rest of the international community that it is not a force to be trifled with. New Zealand and its mercantile ally have been defeated by the CFJ in a stunning 60-minute blitz. Scotland has been taken under Guangxi protection, and the New Zealanders will pay war reparations. The Guangxi do not forget the hostility of the nations of the Central Sea, and they are advised to lift embargoes with the Guangxi Aztec sphere. So that last line presumably refers to the embargoes placed upon the Guangxi by France and Scythia, perhaps among others. For now, that's all we have, statement-wise, from the various nations involved. I'm sure in short order we will be getting a statement from Scythia and from France, as they are both reasonably involved in backing New Zealand in this war, but for now that is us. So with that update of breaking news of war on the Guangxi New Zealand front, that is Nationcraft News, and we will see you back another time.